Hello, bonjour. Hello, bonjour. Early in the morning. I've been here since the sun was coming up. I was walking, and then just as I came around the corner, the sun was coming up, and then I got to see the sun coming up, and then the sleeping giant, where the sleeping giant is, and the water was kind of like this. It was more calm. It was starting to get wavy. It was calm, and then yeah, I came here alone. I came to walk by myself because I needed to be by myself because I came here to do something. So on my walk, I gathered up. I found a stick on the way, but I had tape, and I had this ribbon in my bag. And then I got my stuff with me here. So I found these two feathers down there. I found a stick down there, and then I went to go get this up there in the bush. It's just up the hill here. Little stick. A stick. Well, this can go stone. And I want to keep this with me when I paint, because this thing, I want to hang it on my wall. It's very nice. It's very beautiful. And I have an opportunity. I got an opportunity presented. I guess, you know, somebody believes in me that I'm going to create 75 paintings. 75 paintings. All done in acrylic paint. No prints. And there's a time date for it. I didn't have to do it. I laughed for a second because I have to do 75 paintings. That's crazy. But we'll see how that comes up. So the stick here is going to help me create 75 paintings. And that's what I came here to do. So I got a lot of work to do. I still have one more commission left. One more. So I got one more commission, and then after this I have one big commission, I guess. They're all small paintings, nothing big. So, but still, that's 75 I gotta do. And this is my other stick. My stick that I came here with. but I'm gonna leave this here. I'm gonna leave it over here. I'm gonna leave it here for someone. Whoever wants a stick, they can take this. I will leave it right here on this rock. I found this too. Quisses. So yeah, that's my plan. That's what I'm gonna be doing now. This is nice. So I gotta do that one painting. I gotta do that today. I got other things I gotta do. And yeah, I've been here since the sun came up, and the sun's right there now. I already had my lunch. I've been hanging out here, but I'm getting ready to go. This video will be posted on YouTube. I'm not gonna post this on Facebook. I will use that for only art, and when I go live to do my art, and maybe some little videos. But when I do the longer videos, I'll post them on YouTube. Okay, so follow my YouTube page. I'll be using that now. I think I figured it out. So, and then I'll be using TikTok too, but I'll be using that for something else. Yeah, so we'll see what we're gonna do, or we'll see what happens, I guess. And I will take you guys with me on my journey, and yeah, and then we're gonna see where we go. I have this big marker. I thought I had a smaller marker I wanted to draw on this, but I only have this big thing. But I want to draw something here quickly before I go. Just to see. Very dark, can't see it, but it's there. And then inside the makwa, there's a mercelado. It's hard to see because it's just a black marker. You can't really see it. But I put a bear in there that's standing. He stands alone there. I put him right there. And then I put the teachings of my grandfather that he taught me everything in here. I put it right there. It's a symbol. I put the symbol in there. And then I put that Ganebig over here. Ganebig is our teaching too. And then the sun. And then wherever that I go, I don't know where I'm gonna go, but I'm going somewhere. So that's where we're going. And that's what that little drawing here I did. It's really hard to see, but the grandfather rock knows what I drew. And what I said. So that's what I'm gonna do. Maybe I could paint that actually. Maybe I can paint that for myself. So we're gonna see where I end up. All right, we're gonna see where we go here. We got a lot of good things happening. But I want to bring this Quisses home with me. I want to draw on it with a marker. The marker I have is a big one. I can't really do. Well, I could, but I want to do a good drawing on it with a good marker. And I don't want to waste it with this big marker that I have. But you could see on a lighter rock. But on a darker things, it's hard to see. Gabo Makwa was here. 2024. So if you see that stick, if you come here, you see that stick and you want to take it. It's a nice stick. Very strong stick. So it's a good stick to walk. So another thing that what the grandfather walked, it teaches you how to walk gently. So I did a lot of thinking walking, you know. That's why I needed to come here. I needed this. This was for me, you know, this was only for me. But now I'm done, and then I did what I needed to do. So, and now we can go back. We can start to head back now. I got a lot of things to do back in the city. Let me see. try to be careful. No, I won't. I will be careful. But I need my glasses. I can't see. Oh wow, where am I? I didn't know I end up here. That's how blind I am. I put my glasses on. Now I know where I am. Look at this big rock here. Look. Imagine sleeping in there. You know, a feather is a sacred thing. It's not a thing. Like, if you find it, you know that feather is meant for you. And then you take that feather. That feather's gonna help you, guide you. Shows you that you're in the right track, right path. Like that feather that I found. A few actually this past weekend. But the first one I found, like, to me that's an honor. Honor from the grandfather, because I was doing the grandfather walk, right? And then to me that's a symbol. Like it has a meaning to me. And then last year when I found a feather on a tree, I was doing the grandmother walk. And then again, to me that's a symbol. It's a meaning. So I might do something with that. I'm gonna do something with them. Like my grandma told me, you're on the right track. Keep doing what you're doing. Be strong. It doesn't matter how hard life can be. If it's hard, take a nap. If you're tired, take a nap. You know, when you wake up, you will feel strong again. But if not, and then you have to be tough. You have to be tough for a while, because the hard times and the bad times doesn't last long. But it will be worth it. So that's what my grandma told me when she gave me that feather. And then my grandpa told me the same thing when he gave me that feather. Now I have 2 feathers. I have 3 feathers. I have many feathers at home that I found. I was never given a feather yet by anybody. And I know it means something when you give a feather to someone. And I have a feather for that. And then I must give it to someone when I know that when I feel that they need it, I will give it to them. It's an honor to give a feather to someone. To me, it means a lot. Like, that's what feathers represent. but it has a lot of representation, you know. It's just not that. There's a lot to do with that. Anishinaabe can tell you something, and then you're gonna hear it in a different way. But then you're gonna say, Anishinaabe told me this way. And then you're gonna say, how is it these two same things with the question that I asked? I get a different story, because not everybody's gonna tell you everything the same. Anishinaabe will tell you how he wants to tell you, you know, and it's up to you to connect everything together. Like, that's what I've been doing, you know. Everything that I learned, I never question the elder and say, I was told this, you have to do it this way. No, they will tell you how they do it, you know, because that's how they were taught. That's how they were taught by their elders. That's the thing about Anishinaabe. There's a lot of ways. It's not the only one way like the Christians have it, you know. It's not like that. We don't have a book. We don't have a book about the way of life and the spirits and all that. You'll feel it. You'll feel it, and then when you know it, you know it. That's how I feel. I guess I'm just, I'm only saying how I feel, you know? And then the way that I interpret what people teach me, I put them together and combine them. Oh, there's another feather there. And then I do it. But there's not a lot of Anishinaabe that are very traditional people. We used to have a lot. We used to have many. We had medicine man. We had everybody. But the white man took that away. He said that he was gonna do it. He said he was gonna take the Indianness out of everybody. And then that's why they brought the schools. My grandparents are part of that. I asked my grandpa one time. No, I asked my grandma one time. And my grandpa was there. I asked my grandma with my curiosity, and I hear about them from my mother. But my mother never told me anything like, don't ever ask these questions. She only knows what she knows too. So we didn't know much growing up about that. So I asked my grandma when we were at the trap line, or at the spring camp. She was cutting up fish, and I said, Grandma, I said, what happened? What's the residential school? Did you go there? I said, what happened? She looked at me. She put her knife down and she walked away. She don't want to talk about it. And my Grandpa with his voice of, I don't know, it's a voice that he doesn't normally use on us, but he used it, and there was a sign. He told me, don't ever ask these questions. He told me, we will tell you when we want to tell you. I said, we'll talk about it when we want to talk about it. He said, but don't ever ask an elder these questions. They will tell you when they're ready. He says. And he told me, but a lot of bad things happen. And that's all I'm saying. And look at this rock here. Looks like a little bird. I do a symbol in there of life. And I wish I could take that rock home. But it's nice there. It is where it's supposed to be. Now it looks like a boat. Look. No, it looks like a G-man. Oh, that's a beautiful rock. Oh, I can't leave it. Look at that. Let me show you. It looks beautiful, even on the side. So that's what he told me. And after that, I never asked. I never hear about it for a long time. Until there is, all of a sudden there's stories and stories coming out. All kinds of stories. And now I know. Now I know why. That's what they're doing. That's what they're doing still. That's why yesterday I said that when I was talking about, I didn't really fully explain. When I was talking about my dream about spiritual art of dream and painting that I created, and I fell asleep. But I must have fallen asleep maybe 2 or 3 minutes. But I had a full story and a full experience. And I met people in this dream. And they talked to me. It was very, very, very spiritual dream. So I learned something. And then when I was sitting there, all of a sudden I started sketching this thing I had in mind with my paintbrush. And then after I put it in there, and then I went to sleep. I was already tired, but I still did it. This is just me speaking my mind of some thoughts that go into my mind when I walk here. But I think about a lot of people. I think about this man too. I think about a lot of people. This man, he told me that he sold his first art. And he said, I thank you for that. He said, it's you that made me do it. He said, you inspired me. And I said, I appreciate that. There's a lot of people that I inspired like that. I don't know what it is. I got to experience a lot of things in my life. I was all kinds of people. I used to be a popular man too, on the streets, even in jail. I did all that. I made a little reputation about it. Something I'm not proud of, but it's something that I learned. I did all kinds of bad things. that. But then I started turning my life around when I was 19, maybe 20. I was in jail down south because my auntie came to visit me in jail. I used to think nobody cares about me, but in jail I felt like home. But my auntie came to visit me one time. That's when I went to jail for something to do with gun incidents, and that's all I'm gonna say, because I'm not proud of what I've done. I regret that still today. I pray to that man, He's still alive. I didn't shoot nobody though. I just scared him. But I'm not proud of that. And my younger self, it was I was working on something, like I was building a reputation. That's what I was doing. So, and then I had a name given to me by the elders of the institution. They called me I'm not gonna say because I'm not proud of it. Look at this, looks like an eagle. I'm not proud of my past. I don't brag about my past. But I did that. And then this was before I had kids. I was just a young man, lost in this world. I didn't have no role models growing up. Everybody that's older to me was always drinking. I always wanted to play hockey. I loved hockey. I used to think I was a good skater, but I think I could have been really good at that if I was given the opportunity and if someone helped me, I never had nothing like a skates. I never had no new skates or a hockey stick growing up. I just find them on a ditch, or I would take it. That's what I used to do. I was arrogant. But I eventually learned from everything, When I was in jail down south, I said, this is not me. This is not what I want to do. I said, if I go further in doing this kind of lifestyle, I could do it. But I felt in my heart, I was afraid. I wasn't afraid of anybody. I was afraid of myself. Like in my time, in my life, I did many things, many people. People across the street even used to yell and say, hey, hello, what's up? They'll yell my name. Even the guy used to salute me, every time he sees me. He'll go like this, stand straight, and he'll do that to me. He passed away. Like a lot of people I knew back then, they're all gone. A lot of them, even my close friends that I that I ran with, you know, the ones I called my brothers, are gone. One of them is somewhere in prison for a long time. And we were about the same age, too, three of us. But they're gone. That's why I say, like, even the ones that I grew up with, you know, I feel the ones that were close to me, they're all gone. I guess that's why my grandpa had this dream and gave me that name. Like, someone that stands alone, you know? Someone that just rises up from adversity, everything. The only one left. That's how I feel like. And that's why I was ashamed of my name too for a long time. I was ashamed of my language because that's what I was told growing up. And now I'm still slowly getting used to my language, my own language. Like, there must be many people that are ashamed of their language. Because if I was, then there's got to be other people. There's got to be, because that's what was done to us. So yeah, and again, what was I saying? The spiritual art of dream, that painting. When I had that painting, and there's this man told me there's something coming for me, something big, something big, something bad, and it's not good. And it's like floating around me, but it's in distance, and it has its eyes on me. Or maybe it doesn't yet, but it will have its eyes on me. You know, like a bird. Like right now, what I'm doing is I'm working and I'm gathering. So kind of like the bird. When the bird picks up a little branch and a little grass, he's picking all that up and he's making a nest for himself. And that's like what I'm doing here. I'm gathering. Like a lot of things, like love, you know, things that matter, respect, you know, honor, all these things, wisdom. I'm gathering. And then now when the bird is done, he's gonna go in there and lay its eggs on into that nest. Now this when the thing starts coming around and try to attack them, try to take their eggs, because it has something valuable. It has something that's something that needs that. Maybe a big crow will come there, or a squirrel, or anything. And it's gonna fight to try to protect the eggs. And that's kind of like how I feel about this. So whenever that thing comes for me, maybe I hope like the people will protect me, you know, my people, because it will come. I don't know what it is, but in a dream I seen it. So, and then before I started thinking, oh, it's this man. This is the man I dream about. This man ripped me off. He wanted to buy all these paintings. I knew he was ripping me off. I knew that. People told me that were close to me. He's ripping you off. I said, I know. I said, but I'm doing something. And I was doing something. And it's still working. It's still working today. Like those paintings that I sent out, they taught me things. They even taught me that I undersold them 27 times. He made a profit on one piece. 27 times. My hundreds compared to his thousands. And then I said, I gotta do something here. So I had to raise up the prices on them. Because that's something I didn't want to do. Everything was going good. Everybody was getting art for their homes, like I said. When I was doing art, I was only doing art for the people, you know, for people to have nice art. Because I always thought that art would bring like positive energy like into their homes. I have to raise up my prices, and now things go a little bit slower, but I'm gonna have to find a way around everything because there's a lot of wolves around. That's why I don't like to work with people. Like even people that I work with, it's always about money. And I don't like that. When I find out, I will find out either way. Maybe I will dream about it. Maybe somebody will tell me. Maybe I will have a bad feeling about you. And then I will stop. Because I don't need that. And that's why I cut ties with people. It never usually lasts long when I work with people. Because I find out right away about them. And I see what they do. And it's only about money, you know, it's sad. Like what my artwork has become. Like, I want people to see my artwork the way I see it. And the sad part is people see dollar signs, you know. That's never gonna stop. Because I met a white man yesterday, a real white man. When I say a real white man, I mean a real white man. It doesn't matter what you say to them. In his mind, he only has dollar signs in there. And that's all he wants. Money. Money, money, money. That's it. And he will do and say anything to make that money. That's why when I talked to him, I said, that's it. That's all I need to know. I already know about you. I know what you're about. We don't need to talk further. It wasn't about art. It was a deal of something else. I was protecting my brother. My brother was trying to buy a vehicle for himself. This white man was trying to take advantage of him. Basically telling him, like, it's like basically like grabbing the first iPhone but calling it iPhone 15. It's a great deal. You should, and I will sell it to you as a price of an iPhone 15. My brother, he doesn't know what he was getting himself into. But we helped him. We helped him understand, so good thing he didn't follow through with that. See what happens when I come alone? When my brother is not here, I can't find anything. This is how I am. I have too much things in my mind. I guess I should check the pockets. Always check your pockets first before you search somewhere else. That's the lesson today. Search the pocket. And for women, if you're looking for your purse, search your arm and your shoulder. Make sure it's not attached to you. Or if you're looking for your phone, at nighttime and using a flashlight as your phone, maybe look at the flashlight first. That's the lesson. So this video will be posted on YouTube. It was my brother's idea a while ago. I'm finally doing it. 49 minutes. Maybe we'll make it an hour. I like it, you know, people give me good energy. People say a lot of good things. They say just be yourself. And this is what I normally do. And this is what I love to do. I always see people come here. There's usually people around here looking for rocks, playing with rocks, looking for whatever. Or just being out. But lately, I haven't seen much people. Even when I went downriver a
couple of years ago in Shanigan. When I was a kid, we used to go down there all the time. We used to see cabins everywhere. And it was really nice. Everywhere you go, there's always cabins, and there's people in them. You'll see smoke in a chimney, or you'll see fire outside, or you'll see people cutting up moose, cutting up fish, even stretching moose hide or any hide. Trappers. I got to see that. I got to experience that and live that growing up. But when I went down there 2 years ago, I only seen one nice cabin, one site. But it was for a program, way of life program, or not a way of life. Choose Life program. It was Choose Life program cabins I saw. And they were designed like houses, like little houses. They were nice, they were beautiful. But I didn't see no cabins, no log cabins, no teepees, and no campsites when I went downriver. Except for that one area where we went. Apparently a white man bought that. Like, I actually felt angry, you know, finding out about that. Like, a white man, like the government, like, they don't need my vote for anything. They only need one person to say, sign the paper here, and then we'll take that. Like that's what was explained to me. Like, from my understanding of when I bought that trap line where I went to. And then I asked my dad, I said, so the white man owns this island? He said, yeah. And then he told me, and they're gonna build that ring of fire mine just up the river here. And that's why we're here. We're gonna make our mark and set up some sturgeon nets. And that's what we did when we went down there. Then we went to this river. My uncle found this big rock. It's really nice. I think I took a picture of it before. I think I might have posted it too. But he gave me this big rock. I said, that looks like a turtle shell. I said, I can make a turtle out of that. I just get some stones and attach them to where the parts need to be. And I can paint them. He said, yeah. And then he said, here, I'll give this to you. Oh, I was so happy when he gave me that. Like, when my uncle gave me that big rock, those are the kind of gifts that I love, you know? Like, those are the kind of gifts that mean something to me. I know it's just a small gift, like a rock, but this was a nice rock. And I love rocks. I collect rocks. And when he gave that to me, holy man. I said, I'm gonna bring it home with me no matter what. If I have to leave my bag behind, I will take this rock. Because you're only limited amount of weight on a plane because they're small. But I carried this rock with me. I have it in my storage. Like, those are the kind of gifts that I love, you know? Like, things that are homemade, things that people make with their hands. I prefer to have that than a brand new phone. I prefer to have that like than anything else. Something like that. So yeah, when I went downriver, I didn't see that, how the things used to be back then. But I heard one time, I was watching this, Saul Mamakwa's live one time. He was telling the people, we have to start using our land. It doesn't matter if we go and use our land as much, but go down there and go build cabins and places, you know, just go build cabins. Make it look like we're using it. Because if we don't do that, they're gonna take it. Just like what they did to that island. I didn't even know they bought that island. They only needed one signature. Anishinaabe signature. Someone with a status card. And someone from that area. And they bought it. I don't even know if the leaders knew that. It doesn't have to be a leader, you know. It doesn't have to be a chief or a counselor. It could be just someone that owned that area and that cabin campsite, and they sell it to a white man. That is a big mistake. Because they're gonna build off that little land. Maybe not in my lifetime, but there's gonna be something big over there. And it's not good, because that's the main area of our life source, I guess, you know, where the fish and the water comes down from. And whenever they make that ring of fire mine, all that is going to be destroyed. And the oils and all that garbage, all that garbage that has to do with the mine, it's all going to come down the river. Contaminated. My water in my community is already contaminated. But they'll give us money for that, and then that's it. I don't know what happens after that. I never had no vote. They just say, here's a check. We're gonna give you guys a check for this much. But we're not gonna give it to you all the years you lived there. We're only gonna give you the years we want to give you. That's what they did. And then we're gonna give you a check again for being in our institutions and being sexualized and used and but we'll just give you money for that. Take it or leave it. But we prefer you don't take it so we can have it. But don't say we didn't give you nothing. To me, that's what it feels like. And I have to live with that every day. I had no say in anything. They're gonna build a ring of fire, no matter what. Without my say. Without a vote, probably. I don't know. That's how things happen. You know? That's why I said yesterday. I said I was angry. That's what I was angry about. When I get angry like that, I lose my balance in life. And then I come I come to an area like this and then I find myself again. And then I take myself back to the city, knowing who I am. It's hard. It's hard, man. It doesn't matter what we say or do. But I will do my part. I will do what I'm gonna do. But I'm thinking about my grandkids. My grandkids, I have one grandchild. I have another one coming. Oh my God. And this is happening. And everybody is used to living like this now. You know, like a bird. You can take a bird in a cage, it'll get used to it. In the beginning, it's always going to want to run out. And eventually, that bird will have babies, and that babies will grow up being used to being in a cage. And then the original bird will die off. That's what's happening here. You can take a wolf. The mother will protect the child no matter what. It's always going to break out. And it's always going to try to take her babies. They don't need that wolf. They only need the babies. But eventually, those babies, they won't need their mother. They'll be grown up. And they don't care about that wolf. That mother wolf that's always breaking out and that always wants to go back to the nature where it belongs. And those babies that were born in a cage, that's all they know. That's their way of life now. They lost that connection. You can put them back in the wild, they're not going to know what to do. They're going to go running back into that cage. They could say, here, open the cage. Go play, go do something. They'll go play for a while and they're not gonna know what to do. They're gonna see things that their ancestors eat. They're not gonna eat it. They want something that comes from the store, that's in the bag, you know. Dog food or whatever they give them. That's what they want. And then they open that cage and they're gonna go running back inside that cage. That's what's happening here. But for us, we're still fighting. We're fighting, you know, we're fighting every day. Not much of us left standing. And then there's me. I don't know that much. I don't know. But I'm standing here, you know, alone. Like, I'm not surrounded by Anishinaabeks. Sure, my dad's Anishinaabe. My brothers are Anishinaabeks. But are they? That's what I want to learn. I'm like a lost wolf, like the one my grandpa caught a long time ago. It was a baby wolf. He caught it, and then it went to the trap. He put it back out in the wild. He left it there for the day. The mother never came back. That wolf was just circling around that area where my grandpa found him, where my grandpa left him. That wolf wasn't going to survive without its mother. So my grandpa Grandpa, he don't want to take care of it. So he gave it to us, my mom, and me and my siblings. We took care of it. We named him Mahingan. He protected us. He always protected us. I remember he used to take us like sledding. Would tie a rope and have like a dog sledding with him. All by himself. He'll push us around in a sled. He never hurt nobody. He never bite nobody. We feed him whatever leftovers we had. He was big. He was alone too. He was a lone wolf. But dogs didn't like him because he was different. He wasn't a dog. He wasn't a real dog like the dogs that were in the reserve. Those dogs that were in packs. But my wolf was always alone. Sometimes he would have a couple dogs with him. Sometimes at nighttime he would howl. My older sister used to hear him howl too. He would howl at nighttime. I always think about that wolf all my life. And today I feel like I know how he felt. Mahingan. Mahingan dog, eh? When we were kids, they used to call him Wolf Dog. Mahingan na naman. He got killed by a bunch of dogs. I was angry. I was a little kid. So I grabbed my slingshot and I went to go grab my parents' little eland. I told them I was gonna go drive around. I went to go find those dogs and I went to go sling them. Brutal. I was angry. Next thing you know, those dogs, they were mean because they were in packs. Those dogs attacked me too before. They attacked me before when they were together. They cornered me in an old outhouse. Twice they attacked me. I was in an old outhouse. And then my Mahingan dog was there. He felt safe. He took me home. And then the other time, I was walking back from the northern store. I had my chips and my pop, because that's what they used to give us money for when we go get water for the old people or chop wood. That's what I would do, and I'll go get those things. But those dogs, they came attacking me. I started throwing my chips at them. And then they wouldn't even care. But some of them will eat it. But that one dog, he would just come. And then I went running to this band office on the side. I was on top of the stairs. and they were like sharks. When I think it's safe, they'll come peeking around the corner. They'll come walking around. I was scared. I don't know how long I was there. Every time I feel I'm ready to go again, a dog will come around a corner. And then I waited a little bit longer this time. Next thing you know, my little sister comes around the corner. I said, watch out for the dogs. He said, where? There's no dogs here. He says, what are you doing up there? I was on top of those stairs as high as I can be. Nobody came that time, but my sister walked by. And I told her, we gotta go home. These dogs are crazy. All of a sudden, then they killed my dog, my wolf, after. And that's why I was angry at them. So, I grabbed that Elan old little jalopy. My slingshot, and I went to go sling them. But eventually they killed them off because I think they bite someone. I remember the cops gathering up all these dogs, and they went to go kill them because they were getting mean. And then my Mohican was already dead. He got killed off by these dogs. He was my protector. Mohican. So, like, I'm thankful for him growing up. So yeah, that's my thoughts for the day. But I gotta go back to the city. I'm hungry again. I gotta go eat. It's gotta be lunchtime now. Otherwise my stomach is telling me it's lunchtime. So I'm gonna get back to the city. I got a lot of work to do, like I said. 1 hour and 13 minutes longer. No, the other one was longer because there's 2 parts. I gotta post that other one. So yeah, if you like these kind of videos, then yeah, go ahead and follow me and follow my journey. And yeah, we'll see where we go. All right. Panama mina. Panama mina.